Safia Aisha Jassi, aka Fire, because I stay bringing that heat. And thank you all for joining me um, for for day 3 of my 74-day countdown of getting corporate sponsors. And today I wanted to read like an overview of the reason behind why I'm doing the I Am event series. So here we go. There are 5.6 African Americans living with a disability in the United States. 3.4 million are working age. Only 28.7% of working age Black people with disabilities are employed compared to 72% of non-disabled Black Americans, Black people. 40% of African Americans with disability live in poverty compared to 22% of non-disabled Blacks. 1,199,743 Black students with disabilities do not get the supports they need. Overall, 65% of Black people with disabilities graduate from high school compared to 82% of non-disabled Black students. There is an opportunity for the collaborative efforts of South Shore Works to extend its mission to provide interaction and social programs, training, opportunities, and support service for people with disabilities in the Black community and beyond. There are 40.5 million people living with disabilities in the United States, which accounts for 12.6% of the total population. There are over 520,000 people living with disabilities in Chicago, which accounts for 10.1% of the total population. The disability age demographics in Chicago is broken down with 1% of children under 3 have disabilities, 4% of children 5 to 17 have disabilities, 5% of 18 to 34 have disabilities, 10% of people 35 to 64 have disabilities, 23% of people 65 to 74 have disabilities, and 43% of adults 75 and older have disabilities. Different types of disabilities can be categorized into 3 main categories, which are physically disabled, neurodivergent, and chronically ill. The American with Disability Act has been in place for 31 years, and yet the majority of people with disabilities live below the poverty line. Reasonable accommodation enable many people with disabilities to succeed in the workforce. This benefits people with disabilities, employers, and their customers as well. So I'm just giving like a rundown of like things that impact people with disabilities. And when you think about white people with disability, yes, it affects them, but it affects Black people and other people of color even more. And this is the reason why I am putting together the I Am event series. It is to spread awareness and inclusion about disability, first started in the South Shore community, while providing BIPOC people with disabilities with the tools, resources, and skills that they need of how they can use their talents and skills to create opportunities for themselves. because from my personal experience of having a disability, a lot of things I had to make happen on my own. Like even though like disability is still like a taboo topic, even though disability is the largest I don't like using this word, but they say like minority group in the United States, because can become disabled at any given moment from accidents, um yeah, like a lot of things. And I just like with this event series, I want to show people that people with disabilities are like everyone else, and they deserve the full human experience. And a lot of time people with disability, especially BIPOC people with disabilities, have been left in the shadows and have been an afterthought. And I've been seeing a big wave within the disability community what BIPOC people are accomplishing. And I feel like, especially now, like that we in a digital age with all of the technology and resources that's available to people, it never been a better time for people to take control of their own narrative. And I just, yeah, my mind just went blank right now. But since my mind went blank, I think it's time for me to like sign off. And I thank all of you beautiful people for joining me on day 3 of my 74-day countdown of getting corporate sponsors. I really appreciate all of your support and energy, because again, this is something like I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I'm trying new things. I'm testing the limits of what's possible, because I like to call myself the silent rebel, and I'm here to disrupt the norms, because for too long I feel like we've been living in a society that's just been stagnant, and people just going by life without their needs being met. And I'm here to disrupt that and to bring the change that's needed. So, love, peace, and hair grease to all you beautiful people. Peace out.